Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Isa, and today's video is a quite requested video from you guys because it's all about languages today. A lot of you are wondering how it's possible that some authors speak a different language, how some authors are able to know and fluently speak a language while others are not able to understand these languages, how languages work between authors, which languages are represented in our body, and we will also put in examples of us speaking said languages. So if you're interested in that, let's get started. Before getting into our explanation about this whole language concept, I want you to remember that we are not professionals, we are not scientists, we are not doctors, we did not study anything that had to do with our brain. In fact, we didn't study at all, so everything we say is just based on our knowledge, the information we have, and our train of thought. So if you are an expert in this category, feel free to correct us in the comment section. Feel free to share your knowledge and your information and let us all learn something new. Basically, whenever you learn something, whether it's language or a skill of some sort, this information is processed and saved in some part of your brain, just like a memory is saved in a part of your brain. If we think of a language as a memory, it will be easier for us to explain and easier for you to understand how this whole concept works regarding dissociative identity disorder. If you have done some research about this disorder, or if you know about this disorder, the following is pretty much known to you, but for everyone who may be new to our channel or new to this whole disorder, dissociative identity disorder is a condition that is developed in childhood due to extreme and or repeated trauma that causes the brain to separate the part of consciousness that is experiencing the trauma from another part to make it survive. And it separates these parts, called alters, by putting amnesic walls between them so they are not able to access the memory of the trauma. And these amnesic walls actually play a huge role in our understanding of this language concept, because these walls keep alters from having access to certain parts of the brain. And this accessibility varies for each alter. That means that some alters are not able to have access to certain parts of the brain. That can include memory, but also parts of the brain that hold skills, just like drawing or singing, dancing. From our system, for example, we know that not every alter in our system is able to dance, not every alter in our system is able to remember the same choreographies, not every alter in our system is able to draw like another alter is, or drawing in the same style as another alter does. Just like that, this also includes the language part. Not every alter in our system is able to have access to the part of the brain where our native language, German, and the dictionary of German is stored, where we have access to the grammar and all the words we've learned and accomplished in our lifetime till now. So some alters only have access to this German language book. Some alters don't have access to this book at all. Some alters have access to this part of the brain and prefer using it. Some alters have access to this part of the brain, and even though they are natively from a different country or natively speak a different language, they can use and fluently speak and understand the German language, even though they themselves have never learned it. They just have access to this part of the brain. So it's a pretty complex thing, which makes sense because DID is a complex disorder. Your brain is super complex, and it's pretty difficult for us to try to explain how this works because there's so much that has to do with it. This whole language concept is not only like influenced by the accessibility an alter has to certain parts of your brain, it's also influenced by body memory, which basically means the way your body remembers to do stuff. I'm just totally kind of dissociating all over the place. It took me so long to finish this because my brain is just saying, no, not sharing any information today. So I hope it kind of made sense. I'm Drew. I speak American English. I am an American dude. I'm an alter. I am from America. Even though the body is not, I am, because alters can have different origins. And because of that, I speak American English, but I do have partly access to the German brain part. I'm able to understand German. I am able to use German. But of course, I can't like totally speak it fluently. I'm screw up the grammar quite a lot, and I don't always have like the exact word in mind. There are a lot of times where I want to say something, I'm only able to think of like the English word, and if I mess up, I'm always saying like, I'm from America, I speak English, German is not my language, so don't judge me on my German language base. As well as I know that I use and know terms from the English language that other alters don't know or don't use, like heebie-jeebies or bejesus. Like these are things I use quite a lot, things I say quite a lot. And I didn't know that the people around me don't know these things because it's like I've always known them and they don't. And I always have to explain to, for example, my girlfriend what it means. And she's just like, why would anyone say that? And I'm just like, why wouldn't you say that? And it's pretty hilarious. So that's my part to our language in our system. But I'm able to speak German, so here you have me speaking German. Ich bin Drew. Ich bin ein Teil aus unserem System. Und ich kann Deutsch sprechen. I'm Jake. I am British. And I have full access to the German language and the memories we hold about the knowledge of the German language. I never learned this language, but due to the accessibility I have, I'm able to speak as fluently as Isa can, who has learned this language for 19 years. I am able to understand anything. I'm able to use this language in order to express us and our system, myself. I need this accessibility to fulfill my role as a social protector because I do interact a lot with teachers and adults in general, doctors, therapists, and if I wouldn't be able to also speak German, it would be quite hard because a lot of the people in our environment don't speak English fluently. I do feel more comfortable speaking English, but I do adapt to the circumstances that cause me or that need me to speak German or English. For example, if I interact with other authors that are not able to speak English, or if I need to interact with people that aren't able to speak English, or if I have to interact with an author that is only able to speak English. So I'm able to speak German fluently, I'm able to speak English fluently, so this is kind of my way of things in how I am involved in this whole language concept in our system. So I hope it was helpful. I'm Taylor, and I needed to be in this video, or I wanted to be in this video because from our system, I think I'm the only author that is not able to access this part of our brain that allows us to speak German, or that allows other authors to speak and understand German. I don't understand or speak German at all, which can be pretty scary sometimes. I'm just able to speak English. I'm just able to understand English when I interact with others. I speak English, or I'm quiet due to me not understanding them and not able to communicate with them. When I'm around Lexi, it's easier because she knows I don't understand German. She knows I can't speak German. But if she's not there and I'm in a situation where I need to do stuff and it's all just German, it can leave you feeling pretty lonely and overwhelmed. So I just thought it is important that I'm also a part of this video, because I'm definitely not able to access this part of memory, this part of the brain that involves German. I Jolly. I is little understand German and English. Jolly knows words, many words, but Jolly not know where put words. Jolly not know what a word is say. So Jolly is learn. No color or Farbe and blink. I'm Kajiko. I mainly speak German. Das liegt hauptsächlich daran, dass ich mich wohler fühle, Deutsch zu reden und weniger stotter, als wenn ich Englisch rede. Hi, ich bin Sunny. Ich kann nur Deutsch, nicht Englisch. Das ist schwer. Aber Sunny kann. I Sunny. Lastly, there's me. As most of you know, I don't have a lot of communication with any other authors. I do hear them sometimes, either talking to others or talking to me. I've been talked to in different languages, in English as well as in German. And I myself don't prefer any of the languages. I think that sometimes English sounds a bit more beautiful, but that's just my own opinion. I just feel like there are a lot of words that I can express myself with in a better way than I can with the words that they are in my vocabulary in German. But we are very interested in which languages are represented in your system and how it all works for you. Ich denke, ich mache jetzt noch einen kleinen Teil auf Deutsch. Ich möchte, dass ihr euch daran erinnert, dass ihr wundervoll seid, egal was andere zu euch sagen. Ihr seid wichtig, eure Probleme sind wichtig, eure Gefühle sind wichtig und ihr seid wichtig. I hope you leave a like, subscribe to our channel if you're new, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.